Alright. Well, let's go ahead and start playing Witch on the Holy Night. 21 hours. Dang. 21 hours. I can see the movie being 2 to 3 hours. I can see that. How long is 12 episodes? 6 hours. I can see why they didn't went with the anime series route. Because I know with Face Day Night, they skipped all the slice of life stuff, and that's understandable. Witch on the Holy Night, it feels like 80% felt like slice of life, doesn't it? Let's see, go to archive. Like, there was some cool lore about magic versus what's up, magecraft, right? It's cool lore about that, right? A magician versus a mage. But I guess I'm not even 80%. Yeah, I'm like 60%. But it's like, you know, most of it is slice of life. I can see they could skip a lot. I bet in a movie they're gonna animate Kitsy Land. That's gonna be animated. That's gonna be like 20-30 minutes maybe. And they're gonna skip a good chunk of these, I bet. A good chunk of these are gonna get skipped. Unless they make Mahoyo into a slice of life anime. Which they probably won't. The only slice of life they ever did was Emiya Gohan. Emiya Gohan is so godlike. Yeah. I feel like there might be one more. They have to, right? For the ending. There's gotta be one more big fight scene. But besides that, yeah, it's like just majority slice of life. Emiya cooking best fate series. Emiya cooking best slice of life? I don't know about fate series. You know, yeah, as a joke I can't even say it, right? I'm like, nah, man. You know, the more I read Type Moon, the more I come. You know, I was a fanboy of Tsukihime because it was new. The Tsukihime OG, when I first read it, I was like, oh fuck, this shit's so godlike. And then looking back, I wouldn't want to read it again. Honestly. Stay Night's a little bit different. Looking back, I could read it again. I mean, I already have the visual novel. I'm planning to read it again. I don't know when though. I gotta dedicate that's gonna be 50 hours, but I do want to read it again. It's on the wish list. OG Tsukihime is pretty good for shock value first read because of the split personality, right? Tsukihime, in my opinion, that's thriller, right? That's Nasu thriller. That's Type Moon thriller, right? Psychological thriller. Because of the split personality disorder, that shit is really cool. Right? You don't know who the fuck's the bad guy. You don't even know if Shiki's the bad guy. You're confused, and Shiki's confused, and we're all losing our mind. Like, wait, who's evil? Is he really fucking killing everybody? Wait a minute. And then you get the big twist with Kohaku at the end. Yeah, dude, psychological thriller, dude. Tsukihime, psychological thriller. Face Day Night, that's urban fantasy, right? Urban fantasy at its finest. Because you get all these fucking heroes get summoned for a Holy Grail War. And then you fucking fight to the death. This shit's cool. And then there's a lot of betrayal, adventures, whatever you want to call it, right? Adventures in the city. Urban fantasy. That's why I like Stay Night. That's urban fantasy. Which at the whole... Well, okay, let's finish. Garden of Sinners. Garden of Sinners is also urban fantasy, but more on the supernatural side. Like, I don't know what you call those. The ghosts. More like ghost story kind of thing. That's Garden Center. It's like ghost story. It's more ghost stories. There we go. Witch on the Holy Night. I don't even know what this is supposed to be about. Yeah, it's supposed to be about witches, right? And magicians. But I mostly see them in fucking school. Doing schoolwork. Part-time jobs. I'm like, wait, hold on. I don't even know what the fuck Witch on the Holy Night. I had to get that off my chest. That's my rant, I guess. It just feels like slice of life. So far. Well, let's continue. I know it's gonna get more action-y, but it's gonna be at the end. So that means there's only gonna be 2 big action sequences. And that's it. How do I do this? The truth was, however, Alice had been in a bad mood all morning. I'll figure out what Witch on the Holy Night is for Nasu work. Like I said, if I say Tsukihime OG, Tsukihime Remake is its own bullshit. Tsukihime Remake is anime. That shit is just bullshit anime. You know, the more I remember Tsukihime Remake and the more I remember Tsukihime Original, the more I kind of upset I kind of get. I'm like, man, they took away the thriller. They took away the thriller of OG and make it anime. Like action anime. Tsukihime Remake is just action anime, dude. That's it. It's just fucking, fucking Marvel junk food. Just... this is action bullshit, I guess. That's what Tsukihime Remake is. I'll figure out what Witch of the Holy Night is after I'm done reading it. But Tsukihime OG thriller, right? Psychological thriller. Tsukihime Remake, action, anime action. Fate Stay Night, urban fiction. Guardian Sinners is... I don't want to call it ghost stories, because it's not just ghosts, it's more supernatural, but yokai stories, ghost stories, whatever. Yeah, ghost stories. I think ghost stories fits more, maybe, I don't know. The supernatural stories, I guess supernatural stories. That kind of fit with urban fiction too, though. I don't know, whatever. After checking all the sigils around Misaki City and boarding the first train back of Tokawa, all she wanted to do was spend the rest of her day reading until the words turned into a jumble. Her own resolve to complete the task would not be interrupted by someone else milling about in the drawing room. This was her mansion, and there was no way going to lock herself up in her room in the Count of Sojiro. Damn, dude, I just recently played Resident Evil Remastered. Damn, fucking mansions, dude. However, that Resident Evil movie is gonna suck ass. I can't wait for it. But that said, she knew it would be the wrong to kick Sojiro out for no reason. As instead, Sojiro had actually kept quiet like she asked. He was in the wrong here. If Alice had really wanted to be alone, she should have gone to her room.
静かにしてじゃなくて一人にさせてと言うべきだった。
Alice had defiantly stayed in the drawing room despite realizing the dilemma she put herself in. She had figured Sojiro would eventually make a ruckus and run off to hide in his attic room. His assumption could not have been more wrong. Or her assumption. Sojiro never left the drawing room. Moreover, she had actually stopped caring that he was there. Though he hadn't paid any attention, he hadn't ignored her either. They had simply sat in silence together, without any awkwardness. Alice felt the freedom to being alone, along with the comfort of someone being by her side. To put it into words, Sojiro was just that kind of person. That was probably the only reason Alice had been able to sleep so soundly with him there next to her. Sojiro continued cooking in the kitchen, oblivious to the thoughts that went through Alice's head. She couldn't see him from the drawing room, but she could easily imagine him cooking in the kitchen.
変な人ね、本当に。
Alice resumed reading after unwittingly stating her feelings out loud a second time. The sunlight beaming into the drawing room showed that it was noon. The sunlight actually looked warm, despite it being a cloudy winter day. Just as noon struck, Soichiro returned to the drawing room with 2 sets of plates. Chowhan. Some food of an indescribable color was piled on the large cream-colored plates. Oh, I don't know what that is.
これは
What's that called? Bok choy. That looked like bok choy, right? She hadn't expected much, at least the veggie parts. And since she hadn't requested anything, she could just refuse if it was something she didn't want. But this food left her at a loss for words despite psyching herself up. Yeah, man, I told you,
これ
dude.
は
This is slice of life, bro. Nasu baited me. You got me reading slice of life. Alice spoke as though she was terrified at what had been placed before her.
何って焼きうどんに何かかけてみた。
Yaki udon. That's udon. That doesn't look like udon. If Akka had been there, she probably would have punched him. But Soichiro just confidently placed the 2 large plates on the table. Like she's floating. Steam billowed from the mountain of food like an angry volcano ready to erupt at any moment. The thick mystery sauce flowed over the plates as magma might from said eruption. And below it all were a seemingly infinite number of slimy tentacle-like noodles. Oh, it's udon. There was really nothing more to say about it. This was clearly the food of a poor, struggling student who favored quantity over quality. All that was required was a basic recipe, the will to cook something, and what few ingredients were needed. The pile of stir-fried noodles with sauce slathered on top was so horrifically bad, it was an art form. It doesn't look that bad. Looks okay. This was a bachelor cooking if she ever seen it. There was really nothing else you could call it. Bro, her dinner is bread with jam. What the hell is she criticizing his stir-fried noodles? It does look kind of burned. Yeah, besides that, it doesn't look that bad. She had wondered what he was doing for an hour in there, and it turned out he was making the sauce. No sauce would have been fine, but Soichiro had wholeheartedly gone the extra mile. Soichiro bowed his head slightly and picked up his chopsticks. He had brought a fork for Alice. Damn, Alice is a Westaboo. Well, I guess she was raised in England. She's Japanese, but she was raised in England. Just like I'm Asian, I was raised in America. True that. She picked up a fork and stuck it in her noodles, half drowning in sauce. Soichiro began eating, not seeming to care that Alice sat there looking like she was about to eat poison. Seeming to view this as a challenge, Alice furrowed her brow and slowly brought the massive noodle in her mouth, to her mouth. It was a little salty and ugly to look at, but it didn't taste all that bad. Everything, it was actually pretty good.
一つ聞きたいんだけど。
Soichiro put down his chopsticks and turned to speak Alice. I like this song a lot.
魔術師の話はともかくとして、青崎はまだ誰にも手を出してないんじゃないか。
Alice looked up quietly at the sudden question. She had been expecting Soichiro's meal, but now she looked straight at him.
おかしなことを聞くのね、しずきくんは。
アリスには悪いけど、これは青崎本人には聞きようのないことだから、言いたくなければ答えないでくれ。
Alice didn't respond. Sojiro resumed eating, not seeming disappointed. Alice stared blankly at him, slurping his noodles. After much hesitation, she replied.
しずきくんの言う通り、青子はまだ人を殺したことはないわ。その行為自体は何回かこなしてはいるけれど。
Alice's response was slow and measured. Sojiro still looked troubled, but not at the conversation they were having. Rather, he looked apologetic towards Alice. He said she didn't have to answer him if she didn't want to. But Alice kept talking despite the face he was making.
しずきくんが見た公園での出来事が青子にとって初めての殺人行為よ。あいにく相手は人形だったけど。
Sojiro silently nodded. Alice narrowed her eyes at him suspiciously.
まるで初めから分かっていた素振りね。
そうじゃな。いや、そうなのかな。たまにその手のセリフを言うけど、何か違う気がしたんだ。だから多分、青崎はまだ人殺しというのを体験していないんじゃないかって。でもまあ、そんなことよりもっと確かなのは、
しずきくんが今生きているということね。
Sojiro chuckled at Alice's stellar response. Exactly. Things would have been more clear-cut that night if Ako had actually killed someone before. Sojiro would have been dead before he even saw her face. Ever even saw her face. For better or for worse, Ako remained inexperienced despite of her ruthlessness and decisiveness. Sojiro relaxed his shoulder. His stern face gradually returned to his normal, carefree state. Then,
でも、そんなことは関係ないわ。あの子はそのあたりが異常だから。行為は理性に、経験は知識でたやすく補ってしまう。そうね。青子はその気になれば、迷うことなく人の命に手を出せる。しずきくん風に言うのなら、だけど。
and with that, Alice went back to swirling noodles around her fork. She looks like she's having fun. Sojiro thought he was ruminated over what she just said. She was rational enough to accept herself despite acting against society morals. And possessed of an intellect that exceeded even the confidence gained through experience. Had Ako been raised to utilize her logic and reason to forge reality from fiction? If that was the case, then perhaps they really were different from Sojiro.
すまない。こんなことを聞いたのは、青崎には内緒にしておいてくれないか。
Sojiro seemed serious, as if he really regretted asking. Alex's expression remained unchanged, but she had never intended on saying anything to Ako anyway.
ありがとう。なんだかアリスには内緒話ばかり溜まっていくね。
Sojiro went back to eating his food. Though Alice had still only had a bite a single bite. He was already scraping his
そういえ
clean.
ば青崎にも聞いたんだけど、アリスと青崎はいつもああなのか？
Sojiro has suddenly decided to change the topic of conversation. His new topic was the rather cold and dry relationship between Ako and Alice. Ako said the relationship was normal, but maybe Alice had a different opinion.
会話が少ないことを言っているのならそうなるわ。けど別に不便じゃないから。
Alice was still twirling noodles with her fork as she gave her concise answer. Around and around the noodle went, but none made it into her mouth.
不便じゃないって、そういうの仲がいいって言わないんじゃないのか？
私と青子の仲が良くないとしずきくんは困るの？
Sojiro swallowed his words at Alice's perplexed reply. It would, actually. But he wasn't sure how to respond when asked so directly.
いや、なんかこっちの考え方が悪かったみたいだ。もうその話題には触れないことにしたから忘れてくれ。それより、アリス。
Sojiro gave Alice a piercing stare that was more tense than any time they talked before. Alice was taken slightly aback at the unusually intense look in his eyes. Her face became slightly flushed out of nervousness. Nobody besides Ako had ever stared at her like this before. Whether or not he noticed, Sojiro waited a few moments before speaking slowly and with complete conviction.
それ、食べないなら欲しいんだけど。
He's hungry. She has been playing with her food this entire time. An awkward silence followed.
悪いけどこれ私のだから。
Okay. Shizuki had cooked it, sure, but Alice wasn't wrong. He had made it for her after all. There was a slight tinge of anger in her voice, but even she wasn't sure why it was there.
そうだね。少し意地汚かった。
Sojiro plopped himself down on the sofa. This must have looked particularly pathetic to Alice since she responded with,
その材料はもう残ってないの？
She quickly covered her mouth. Apparently she had surprised even herself. It is quite unusual for her to ask something like that.
残ってないよ。青崎の分も作っちゃったから。
Sojiro stared a bit regretfully at Alice's plate as he responded. Alice could have just let it go, but for some reason she felt the need to speak up again.
青子なら眠っているけど。
いや、もうすぐ起こすから。起きた後で作らされるより一緒に作っておいた方が楽だしね。と、もうすぐ1時か。ちょうどいい。行って起こしてくるよ。
青子は起こしたら殺すって言ってたけど。
Alice wasn't sure why Sojiro was willing to take such a risk. Sojiro agreed, but started walking anyway.
でもさ、今起こしておかないと、やっぱり後で殺される運命にあると思うんだ。
His words were surprisingly affectionate. Leaving Alice with only that, Sojiro headed to Ako's room. Alice watched him leave in silence before taking another bite of the stir-fried noodles. Glancing out the door to the hallway, to make sure nobody was coming, she took another bite. She just didn't want to eat in front of him, because she's embarrassed. She repeated that process many times before finishing her food. It was then that she heard Ako Ralph coming from the second floor. Alice stood up and began slowly clearing the table, feeling a bit sorry for what Sojiro was dealing with. She knew she didn't really have to, but she felt like it was the least she could do for him. But clean up her own plate. She never really expected to feel this way. But he cooked for her, so it was surprisingly good. Almost enough to make her forget how bad he was at making tea. Okay. Alright. That was chapter 8, right? Scar red. That was chapter 8. Oh, got a couple more. Whiteboard. And this one. Oh man. I've been kind of discouraged to read these, I'm not gonna lie. They always feel like nothing. Oh. Already paid for the game. Let's well read it, right? And written schedule leaves both the process and resulted unsettled. Tuki Julich. Yeah, it's a lot of slice of life. This is probably the most slice of life from Type Moon that I read. You can debate with Face Day Night, but Face Day Night had a lot of action scenes though. And Face Day Night have like 4 or 5 fight scenes per route. So, well, at least it's this character. I kind of like this character for some reason. She's pretty cute. Only Ako was present in the second student council room when Kunchika Kumari arrived. Ako was seated at a long table surrounded by a pile of textbooks and using her pen to write rapidly. Excuse me. Strewn about the table were not school-specific notebooks, but rather papers for running reports.
何してんの青崎？課題？それとも補習？どっちにしても真面目なこと。冬休み始まったばかりなのに。そりゃあこんなところで特別清掃なんかに付き合わされているけどさ。
I like the face she always makes.
これは別件。知り合いの大学生から流してもらった代筆のバイト。何年も前に提出されたレポートを丸写しにして。卒論クリアしようって話。写本ならぬ写レポートかよ。結構な量だなおい。それどこの大学生？まさかみぞら大じゃないでしょうね。
Komari couldn't seem to hide her discomfort as she started thumbing through some of the reports next to Ako. The slight brown tinged reports had to be at least 10 years old.
そのまさかよ。知り合いの大学生なんてみぞら以外にいるかっていうの。安心なさい。熊の兄貴たちからの仕事じゃないから。そもそもあんたの兄貴軍団、今年も残る気満々なんでしょ？熊言わないで軍団もやめろ。
Her voice was snappy. Not that Ako could judge, but this girl's unfriendliness could rival even her own at times. Komari's speech was dry enough as it was, but when she got riled up about something, she really let it all out. Apparently, she got it from her father. She was trying to work on it, but it was hard to fix an old habit she had since elementary school.
けどこれどうなのよ。丸写しにしても古すぎて通らないんじゃない？そこはそれ腐ってもタイというか。技術的に古い部分はピックアップしてあるからテキスト参考にして数字だけ変えておいてだってさ。何それ、本当にバカじゃないの。そこまで分かってるなら自分でやればいいのに。で、いつからやってるの？今日の朝から。半日の稼ぎにしちゃ悪くないわよ。レポート1冊分で1万円。
Damn, dude. That's pretty good.
生徒会長が内職かよ。道理で築地に監督を任せたわけだ。はい、他言は無用でお願いします。
Komaru relaxed a bit at Aoko's pleasant response and decided to sit down in the nearest chair. The room was silent, save for the sound of the scratching of Aoko's ballpoint pen. The sky was clear blue, and there were boys in the rear courtyard playing baseball in their jersey. With the special winter cleaning finished, it seemed they decided to start enjoying their free time.
この寒いのによくもまあ。ってあれ2年の男どもだ。
Said boys were playing in team of 5 since they apparently could not get enough people together to play a proper game. It was a boring game of mostly strikeouts and poor hits, but they sure seemed to be having fun. Their yelling and hollering mostly consisted of bad words, surprised yells, and cackling laughter.
あれ？ホウスケとしずきが一緒なのはわかるけど、築地も一緒じゃん。青崎、あいつら仲いいの？はあ？なんでよそのクラスの集まりに顔出してんのよあいつ。まあ裏山の清掃が終わってるなら文句はないけど。お、投げた。築地ピッチャーできるんだ。基本あいつは何でもできるからね。本人サボり症でめったに動かないけど本気出せば何だってこなすのよ。唯一足りない才能があるとしたら子供らしさってやつでしょうね。詳しいじゃない。青崎、築地と付き合ってるって本当？あいつと付き合うぐらいならあんたと付き合うわ。
Does that mean
顔のいい男は好きじゃないし、やっぱり男はシュワちゃんぐらいじゃないと。
what? Like an Austrian?
シュワ誰それ？
That
グレートの方のコナンの主役やった人。
what?
へえ、顎割れてないとダメなんだ。
Hold
青
on.
崎って面食いかと思ってたけど、ごっつい系が趣味なの？
Is she talking about Braveheart? Is she talking about? Well, I forgot that dude's name. The bigot? Hold on, man. Wait, what?
別にそういうわけじゃないけど。
Wait a minute. Hold on. Who? What's his name again that played Braveheart? Let's see. Guy's name. Mel Gibson. Is he Austrian? That's the only barbarian movie I know. I guess. He's Australian. Wait a minute. Mel Gibson's Australian. I didn't know that. What the fuck? I never knew that. I don't know what movie Akko is talking about. Barbarian movie? There's a lot of barbarian movies. I don't know.
教訓よ、教訓。なよっとしたやつとか、やけに口がうまいやつとか、気軽な男はほんと信用ならないっていうか。
They continued their conversation. Because this is in the 80s, right? One staring at the report with pages and the other gazing at the schoolyard. They had met in high school and soon grew to be friends who enjoyed chatting together. I'm trying to remember barbarian movies in the 80s.
青崎、 冬休みはどうする？予定ある？1回ぐらいは遊びに行きたいんだけど、超忙しくて。年明けに時間作るからそれまで待って。
She got friends.
B 組の山瀬さんたち誘う？確か去年も冬休みに上京してたでしょ、彼女ら。ああ、ありゃ私たちと系統が違う生粋のお嬢様だからね。青崎の趣味知ったらドン引きされるからやめといた方がいい。お、撃たれた。おお、柵越えた。
Nice.
あれってホームランってやつだ。やるじゃん、しずき。築地から一本取るなんて運動神経抜群ね。そりゃ山育ちだし、それぐらい取り柄がないと。来年の身体測定、飛び丸とトップ争うんじゃない？山じゃ2時間歩きっぱなしとかザラだったそうだし、水泳部じゃなく陸上部に紹介すればよかった。詳しいのね。もしかして付き合ってるのあっちとか？あ、いや、さすがにないか。
The constant sound of Aka ballpoint pen moving across paper suddenly stopped. Ballpoint pen. She stood up naturally from her seat, took a quick break to pour some fresh tea. And returned to her work without acknowledging what had been said.
冬休みの予定だけど、くまり、何かリクエストある？別に見たい映画が溜まってるだけ。こっちじゃ上映しない映画をはしごしたい。青崎は？私は新しい冬物と CD 買えればいいかな。あ、その前にまずは CD プレイヤーか。そろそろ3万円切るはずなのよ、あれ。
Holy fuck, 300!
新しいもの好きよね、あんた。
Holy shit.
CD なんて高いだけで騒がれてるのは今だけだってば。
300
大体
USD or
音楽なんてレンタルして
280
カセット
USD.
テープに落とせば500円で済むじゃない。ベータデッキみたいにそのうち廃れるって。
This is like the 80s.
私
That's like
CD の定番になる
$700
と思うけどな。過去になるのはカセットテープの方よ、きっと。それはない、絶対ない。かけてもいい。だって CD って録音できないんでしょ。そんなのにカセットテープが負けるはずない。
I don't think
クマは保守派だからな。
I do like this
政
slice
権
of
交
life
代
a
は
little
何
bit.
だってあるでしょうに。
That's pretty funny.
でもまあ、その賭け乗った。
No
生徒
comment.
会の歴史に書いておくからね。10年、いえ、5年後を楽しみにしていましょう。5年後か。いいね。
Man,
ちょう
Nasu's
ど大
old.
学の終わりだ。青崎、東京の大学に行くんでしょ。どこ志望してるのか教えてよ。実はまだ決めてないのよ。上京したいのは山々なんだけど。ありゃ意外。あんたのことだから向こう3年分ぐらいスケジュール組んでると思ったのに。
Akko laughed dryly at the obvious jab. Akko knew what direction she wanted her life to go in, but she didn't usually think too much about the details. Once she made a decision, she followed through with it. That was why she didn't actually write out a schedule. クマ、終わったら駅前のラーメン屋付き合ってよ。体力使ったからなんかお腹減ってきた。 Dude, this is crazy. そこは頭使ったから甘いもの食べたくなったにしといた方が女らし It
い
feels
と思うけどね。
weird reading Alco
いいよ。
prequel,
うちでいいならサービスしとくけど。寄ってく？
considering what we see here in every other type moonwork.
もちろん。持つべきものは女の友情。
Isn't Alco a secret boss in Fate Extra CCC? Or was that only Arc? I think it was Alco too, wasn't it? The girls waited patiently for winter vacation to start in the student council room. Their free time after school was spent through this kind of frivolous conversation. Whatever. Shit's hard to read. Does it tell us what game she's in? Let me see. references, right? That way we can skip all of that. She's in Melty Blood. She's in Fate Strange Fake? Really? I don't remember. Okay. She was in Heaven Feels. Wait a minute, I don't remember that too. Hold on, man. I think I would have remembered that. She was in Fate Stay Night Heaven Feels. I remember her sister. Right, her sister was in it. She's in the true ending. But what? I guess I'll reread it when I can. Yeah, she's in Fate Extra, right? Yeah, right. She's in Fate Extra. I already know Fate Grand Order, of course, our own Mahoyo. So, Melty Blood, Tsukihime, and Fate Extra. She was in Fate Stay Night? I don't remember that. That's one thing I actually don't remember. Let's see. That's part of the other thing. Fate Extra. Then people Google Alco love interest. Fate Extra. Oh shit. Is she a boss? Or is she just an Easter egg character? Oh, she's just an NPC. Do you get to fight her? Oh, she's just an NPC in Fate Extra. Oh man, I want to fight her. I want to fight her in Fate Extra. I know you can fight Arc. I want to fight her. But fucking Emiya. I want to get Emiya as my servant. And I want to fight Alco. Fuck it, let's go. Let's go. That sucks. You can't fight her. She's just an NPC. That's lame as hell, man. What? That's lame. Alright. Yeah, basically my point is, seeing this prequel is weird. Because she's such a godly being in the other the other Type Moon series. Right? She's such a godly being. But in seeing her like this being like so casual in high school is like, it feels weird. I don't know. Ako spent her nights as a mage and her days as a normal high school student. The conversations she had with her friends were no different from any other girls her age. She enjoyed both aspects of her life equally, even if one of those involved fighting against mortal enemies.
ところで青崎、さっきの掛け金はどうする？
What bet?
そうね。私も鬼じゃないし、その時の貯金1割で手を打つわ。
Damn, dude,
根
that's
こ
a
そ
lot.
ぎ奪うのは勘弁してあげる。
She wasn't lying. But fundamentally, she was still an imp at heart. Is Zako still one of the strongest beings in Type Moon verse? I know Type Moon verse got hella Victim A whispered quietly after sneezing. Type Moon verse ceiling got really high because of Fate Grand Order introducing gods and stuff. I know Arc will always be one of the strongest beings in Type Moon no matter what because she's a true ancestor. This was their 4th game of 5-man baseball. They gained some spectators since starting an hour ago. And we're playing special rules where infield grounders were caught and the homers were rewarded with leftover sweet red bean soup cans. Hosuke Kinomi had gotten bored once he realized it was still going to
お前
something.
ほんと猿だったんだな。先立つものがねえから野球やろうぜって言い出したのはてめえだろうが。
それはそれ、これはこれっしょ。だって A 組のやつらとか集まってきたしさ、俺あいつら嫌いだしさ、なんかノリが合わないっていうか。
安心しろ。あっちもてめえとは合わねえとよ。いい機会じゃねえか。気に食わないんなら試合で片付けてやれよ。こっちも本気でやってやるから。
Tsubimaru calmly punched back down at Kinomi by practicing his pitching at the wall. He was throwing harder than usual. Maybe he was angry because of that home run he gave up earlier. He was in Class A and had taken a role of captain for the other boys from Class A who showed up to play.
ちょっと待った。そりゃ誤解だぜ、殿下。俺たち木の実結構好きよ。バカなところとか、平気で女連中の品評会開くところとか、合コン企画するところとか、真似できねえよ、ほんと。
All the other boys in Class A nodded affirmatively.
ざけんな！てめえらいつも美味しいところだけ持っていきやがって！カラオケ会開いてよ、女の子と遊びたいよなんて甘えてきやがって。なんで気がついたら俺一人だけで会計してたの？一緒にテニス部覗きに行ったのにどうして俺だけ悪者なの？もしかして利用されてるだけってそろそろ気がついていいの？やべ、まだ気づいてなかった。本物だ。
ごめん、木の実のおかげで僕にも彼女ができました。彼女の口癖は木の実くんよりマシよです。
Damn.
てめえら本気でムカつく。青くせえ学生生活を送ってんじゃねえ。
Kinomi took his bat and swung it around as he chased after the boys in Class A. They seemed to be having fun running from him while sarcastically thanking him. One of Kinomi's best virtue was his ability to remain good-natured in the face of insults.
木の実は人気者だな。
ああ、バカなのが救いだな。あれで下手に利口だったら犯罪者になってるところだ。いや、その前に今度こそ青崎に締められるか。あいつ小ずるいチンピラには容赦ねえからな。
そうなのか。今度こそ。
Sojiro fell deep into thought. From the way that sounded, Kinomi seemed to have some kind of history with Aoko Aozaki. Ao.
木の実は青崎に
Aozaki.
消装してたことがあるのか。
Aozaki.
あ、消そう。あ、消そうか。あのバカにそんな風情があるかって。ちょいとな。青崎と木の実には条件反射じみた事件があったんだよ。ありゃ入学式のことだ。そうだよな、木の実。
Kinomi froze to glance back at Tobimaru's provocation.
ああ、入学式な。すげえ体してる女子がいたからさ、つい声をかけたんだよな。彼女、どのクラスって。いや、でもまさか手が出るとは思わなかった。
Notice
俺的には1センチ前で
Sojiro's
しよ
wearing
うと
his
したん
belt.
だけど、憶測を誤った。俺の視覚情報より青崎の肉体のサイズがやや勝っていたということさね。
Kinomi laughed loudly as he gazed up at the sky. That was all the explanation Sojiro needed to know. What really happened that day at the entrance ceremony?
バカな。 なぜ命がある木の実。
だろう、俺の顎垂直に跳ね上がったんだぜ。平手とか拳とかそういうレベルじゃねえの。下からギャーンだぜ、ギャーン。周りにいたギャラリー曰く、プールで縦に沈めたビート板が浮上するように青崎の靴がひらめいたらしい。今だから言いますけど、俺あの後の記憶がすっぽりないのです。
Rubbing his jaw, Kinomi turned to their side, tired of wasting his energy chasing after the Class A boys.
そんなことより遊びに行こうぜ。殿下金持ってるだろう、おごってくれよ。
たく、まあ映画なら考えないこともない。ちょうど見たい映画あんだよ。映画の内容より見終わった後に文句言い合う方が楽しい部類の B 級でな。犠牲者が必要なんで、この際てめえでもいいぞ。
Okay.
やだ、映画とかつまんねえよ。大の男がさ、2時間も同じところ座ってられねえって。そんなんだったらゲーセンかコンビニの駐車場で駄菓子食ってる方が楽しいって。
You got a point. That's more fun than the
お
movie.
前、それ今の状況と何が違うんだ。
Arcades are pretty
い
cool.
いんだよ、外でだべってれば楽しいんだって。あ、それともバンドでもやるか。今 UK ロックが熱い。バイト先の先輩にパンクロックなら誰でもできると聞いた。
British rock was
そうだよ。
popular in the
ファッ
80s.
ションにならねえようにな。
This was the rear courtyard during winter vacation. Kinomi and Tobimaru spent their relaxing reprieve chattering away about nothing of much substance.
じゃあナンパ、駅前でナンパしようぜ。殿下がいれば年上のお姉さんも釣れるし。そうだ、お金がないならレディーたちにおごってもらえばいいんじゃない？
Okay. Sugar Mama.
その年で紐か。てめえの人生設計明るすぎて頭痛がするぜ。
俺将来の展望だけはできてるからね。なあしずき、お前からも言ってやれよ。ナンパに行こうって、女の子たちと楽しく騒ごうって。殿下は立ってるだけでいいし、しずきだって年上のお姉さんから見たら弟属性っていうの。
Dude, this guy's hairline's like
うまくいけ
empty.
ばこう、俺の時みたいに1時間後には一冬のアバンチュール。
Is he like balding in high school? That sucks. It's okay. I'm getting there. Kinomi's hands were flowing around in excitement, dancing around like so many waving tentacles. His mind was apparently still swimming in the memories of the golden time he had once had. Anyway.
木の実、その時なんて言ったんだ？
ああ、その時の決め台詞ね。お姉さん綺麗っすね。俺そこのビルのオーナーの息子なんすけど、ちょっと遊んでいきませんって。嘘だってバレたら逃げられたけどな。
そうじゃなくて入学式。
あ、そっちか。青崎の首から下の部分に向かって。うわ、お前胸でかくね？
She just got big boobs. He let out a loud guffaw as he recalled his story. His lack of intelligence and propriety was truly remarkable. Or rather, mind-boggling. Nonetheless, Kinomi was now in high spirits after recalling this exciting memory. Conversely, Soshiro was standing in complete sullen silence.
ん？どうしたしずき？あ、 やっぱりナンパとか興味ないか。
当たり前だ。てめえみたいな色ボケと宗十郎を一緒にするな。
いや、興味はある。
Okay.
可愛い女の子は可愛いと思うし、たまに薄着なところに出くわすと目のやり場に困るだろう。ああいう時、自分が男だってことを実感するよな。
His words shot through the air like a bolt of lightning. It was as shocking as when a kid sees the head of a character at an amusement park fall off, revealing the person inside.
そりゃそうだよな。すまん、見くびっていた。つまりしずきも俺たちの同志ってことでいいんだな。
同志？
そうだ。例えばこう夏場の女子のうなじに光る汗とか、テニス部の女子の肩から脇にかけての清涼感とか、ぶっちゃけ水泳部の競泳水着の後ろ姿だよ。
後ろ。You know what I learned from what's that shit called? Nukitashi. So I read a visual novel earlier this year called Nukitashi. You know what word they throw around a lot? Omanko. I just read the subtitles, I'm like, oh fuck. So that's how you say pussy? Omanko. I know ushiri. Fuck. That's how you say it. I know that means butt. Or behind, I guess. Because they say that a lot in anime. They never say omanko in anime because I don't know if you can even say that on TV. So I'm like, oh my, that's how you... Damn, omanko. I don't know. I just remember that for some reason. Apparently he hadn't quite understood Kinomi's explanation.
いやだから普段は同い年のガキにしか見えない女どもでもたまに見せる無防備な仕草とかグッとくるよな。
Was it omanko? I think so.
うん。無防備なのはちょっと考えてほしい。
Whether it was because Soichiro was unsure if Kinomi was referring to someone in particular, or whether he was just concerned about how this related to himself, a troubled look washed over his face.
いいんだって、それでいいんだって。なぜなら高校生男子の6割は性欲でできていますからね。
60,
よし、そうと決まれば早速ナンパに行こうぜ。メンツが変われば超過も変わるってもんだ。
And with that, he happily put his arm around Sojiro's shoulders and headed off towards the train station.
ちょっと待て。あまりのことに絶句しちまったが、てめえは根本的に間違ってる。宗十郎、そもそもナンパって言葉が何なのか知ってるか？
Define pickup. 1. To answer a phone call. 2. To start a Shakespearean work. 3. Transport someone from one place to another. Pay someone bills. Try and persuade someone to have a romantic relationship. What's number 2? Wrong. Does it pick up a telephone? Shakespeare. Okay. 9 times out of 10, when a bunch of high schoolers are talking about picking up girls, they mean definition number 5.
ほら見ろ。てめえとは興味の度合いが違うんだよ。女引っ掛けに行くなら一人で行け。なあ、あと岬の駅前はやめとけよ。うちの評判が悪くなるから。ナンパなら隣町でやりやがれ。
Tomimoto waved his hand at Kinomi, as if he was shooing away a pest. Kinomi clicked his tongue in frustration and moved his arm from Sojiro's shoulders. From around Sojiro's shoulders?
くそ面白くねえ。あいよ、おとなしく野球やってますよ。いつの間にか俺たちの番が回ってきたみたいだし。
He complained on the way to the pitcher's mound. Sojiro looked on regretfully.
おい、まさか本気でナンパに行きたかったのか？
いや、ナンパはよくわからないけど、街には用があったんだ。ちょっと欲しいものがあって。
Was she?
そうだ、飛び丸。生徒会室にあるあの白いやつ、どこに行けば買えるか知ってるか？
Sojiro spread his arms wide, making a bizarre gesture. 1 hour later, at the department store in front of the train station. Tomomaru was still confused after he figured out what Sojiro wanted to buy.
しかし、なんだってこんなものを。
The Koanji estate was surprisingly comfortable for all 3 of its occupants this evening. Maybe it was because the dinner Alice had prepared was so wonderful.
7回？アリスの実家じゃ1日に7回も食事をとるのか？
That's a lot.
一体どうやって？
I can barely eat 2 meals a day. Sojiro asked Alice this question in the sunroom from the 3rd sofa, brought up from the mansion basement by himself.
食事をとっているわけじゃないわ。ティータイム
Oh,
は
tea times.
1日7回行うのが理想というだけ。寝起きのアーリー、朝食のブレックファースト、午前のイレブンジズ、午後のミディティーブレイク、午後の社交会アフタヌーン、
That's a lot of caffeine,
夜
though.
会のハイティー、ディナー後のアフターディナー。この中で食事に該当するのはハイティーだけよ。田舎での話だけれど。
Alice was enjoying her black tea by herself in the sunroom. Hey, what's this classical piece called? They play this a lot, don't they? I think it's like Air G, maybe? I don't know. That's why we have Shazam, right? It's gotta do this. Can the phone hear it though, if I do it like this? Dude, they know it's Mahoyo. What the hell, Shazam? Kenben wa odoru. Oh, I know this is like classical. I heard this song before. Kenben wa odoru. Yeah, right here. Keyboard dances. Instrumental track composed and arranged by Hideyuki Fukasawa. Featuring composition elements inspired by Frederick Chopin. What's the Pacific piece? Was it inspired from? Excuse me. No, fuck it. Does remind me of something. Oh, this one. I thought this was Really? Let me hear this. I thought this was something else. I gotta mute because it's gonna be DMCA. I guess I also do this just in case. Come on, play. Oh, it is. Whoa. That's pretty good. I didn't know that. I'm gonna have to save this. I kind of want to put in my personal notes. Let me also... Give me a moment. I guess I can listen to this again. So, okay. Yeah, it is this. It's this one right here. Weird. Not weird. That's cool. Yeah, Ado got that new song. That song's godlike. Damn, Tori no Uta! Oh, that's the 8-bit version. That one. I wanna... What's this one? Where he did this at? Three. I gotta mute because it's gonna be DMCA. This one? Oh, it's really low. His pace is pretty fast compared to the Mahoyo version. I think the Mahoyo version better. His pacing was fast. I like it when it's slow, like this. Like not too fast, but also pretty slow. I already pressed X. Fuck me. Which of the... How about this? This. Yeah, right. Oh, I already had this favorited. Nice. I want to hear some of these. They're pretty nice. Private. Like a private playlist. Oh man. I have this already, I think. This still... What's this one? Aniplex. What's the difference? Aniplex. 2012 and this was released 2013. Position. I have a playlist. I still haven't listened to this yet. I'm planning to. No, I listened to this already. And some of the songs got canceled. I'll listen to this already. There was another concert that I haven't listened to. I'm planning. But I haven't done it yet. What was it? Was it one of these? I think it was this one. 2026? Yeah. I think I haven't listened to this one yet. I listened to Heaven's Fills, UBW, but I haven't listened to the finale. I should. I don't know. It's pretty long though. So. Oh, not that long. It's only 2 hours. Not bad. Maybe tomorrow. I'll think about it. I do want to listen to it. Damn, can I? Hey man, Facey Night. I'm too much of a Fate fan. Damn, Ren boobs look weird, but man, Facey Night is still my favorite, no matter what. I don't know, man. It's just too good. It's really good. I want to buy this. CD. I don't have a good CD player. I have a Blu-ray player, but it's not as good as a dedicated CD player. I want to get a dedicated CD player one day. The thing is, they're always really expensive. You saw what Alco had to pay for hers, like what, like 300 bucks or 300, what, whatever yen. It translates basically like 300 bucks, so 280 USD. That was in the 80s. So a good CD player nowadays costs like, I don't know, maybe like 500 or 300. Let me look it up. There's a couple one that I have my eyes on. The one that I really want is this J Audio CD player. This one costs 2,000 bucks though. Yeah, it's used. I want this one. That's 2,000 bucks. I'm like, oh man, this one's not 2,000. This one's like 5,000. Mark III. It's like so expensive. I'm trying to find a budget CD player. Budget. There's no budget fucking CD players. There is. It's Chinese. I gotta find one that's in China. I noticed one Shangling. Shangling's pretty good. Yeah, like 400. But they're like, they look so minimal, right? I heard about this one, the Onyx. I heard it's pretty good, but I don't know. Then Onkyo got a CD player. Maybe. Why is CD players so fucking expensive? It's so freaking stupid, man. Like I don't need a DAC. I already have a DAC. I just need transport. If I'm gonna get a CD player with a DAC in it, I want a Sony. I want a Sony whatchamacallit? What's that thing called? APOS. Let me look at APOS real quick. How you do CDs? Not by brand. Oh, this is a portable. I don't want portable though. How much is it though? Just curious. $700? Man, these guys are assholes, right? Aren't you guys like, what the fuck? Why are you gatekeeping fucking audio products? Why is it so expensive? Can I just sort it with fucking CD product? I just want a CD player, man. It's a couple. Dude, come on, man. And then this like shipped from Singapore. Bullshit. God. I'm so broke. I just want a good CD player. None of them are that good. Unfortunately. And then once I get a CD player, I gotta pay a lot just to get shit from Japan. And I'm pretty curious. These are used. They're all used equipment, by the way. And look at the pricing on used. Right? Let's say I just click on this one. What's the original pricing? 22,000. But now it's fucking used 9K. See, audio is a scam, dude. That's why I don't recommend anyone to get into audio. This shit's a fucking scam. Anything music related is a scam. Hold on, let me check out these CD players. God, they're so expensive. Oh yeah, Audio Lab. That's a good budget one. It's not good as J Audio's, but it's still pretty good. It's a cheaper version, right? Where I can get one like 500 bucks. Oh, they don't have it. They don't have it because this TMR, the music room, they're all used. It's all used equipment. They sell some stuff that's new, but most of it is going to be used. Oh, someone already bought it. I was thinking about getting it, but it was too much. It cost like 1K. It was these series, the Rega, I think. Maybe if I see a J Audio come up, maybe I might push it. Cause I don't know. There's also this thing about Sony saying that they want to stop doing CDs. But then they announced the PS6. This. They said that they want to get rid of fucking digital, whatever, the fucking disc. And then they said that the PS6 is gonna fucking have a disc version. I'm like, what the fuck? Fuck you, Sony. Fuck you. Whatever. There's always gonna be CDs. There's no way. At least for music. She was drinking for a royal blend, a fine blend of Darjeeling, Ceylon, and Assam orange pekoe tea leaves. To accompany her tea, she has some strawberries dipped in sugars. Hold on. Just want to make sure too. I don't have Okay, good. I want to make sure I didn't play the thing in the background, music in the background. To accompany her tea, she has some strawberries dipped in sugar. She was in a world all on her own.
つまり、一日中お茶を飲んでいるのか?
Yes.
そうね。そう暮らせるのなら理想的ね。
She couldn't understand why this was so hard for Sojiro to grasp. This version is really good. I like this song a lot. The other version I just listened to, when you guys were muted, it was faster. The tempo was faster. I didn't like it. I like it was like this, like a little slow. I don't know. It's too nice. Sojiro was briefly transfixed by the graceful sight and shook his head to clear his thoughts. He had become slightly too sensitive to the fact that they were indeed of the opposite sex, perhaps due to his conversation earlier that day.
でもその口ぶりだと、アリスは7回できてないんだ。
3回が限度よ。相方が未熟だからやらなくちゃいけないことが増えてしまって。
Who's her partner? There we go. Sojiro turned to look to his side. Oh, the Robin? Then he saw Ako. Yeah, Ako.
何よ、1日3回も開いてれば上出来じゃない。うちの生徒会なんて黙ってお茶飲んでるだけよ。いちいち鍋からお湯沸かしてポット使ってたっぷり蒸らすなんて3時のおやつと夕食後だけで十分でしょ。アリスは手間をかけすぎ。私贅沢は好きだけど贅沢になれるのはごめんだから。
I can't afford it. Even though Ako was arguing, she still seemed to be in a good mood.
贅沢なのは青子たちの方よ。日本の水道水はこんなにも美味しいのに、どうしてあなたたちはこの黄金の価値に気づかないのかしら。
1日7回もお茶会開く国民性じゃないからでしょ。
Is Japanese tap water really that
気をつ
good?
けなさいね、宗十郎。美味しい紅茶を入れようとしてペットボトルの水なんて買ってきたらアリスに1時間近くお説教されるから。
That is pretty
知識
dumb.
も心構えもなってないって。
Who the hell used bottled water to make tea? What the hell? It was true that better water should make a better cup of tea. That was why Alko went out and bought bottles of natural spring water as soon as she moved to the Kwanji estate. What the fuck? I guess they don't have filtered water in the 80s, do they? Her proud show and tell to Alice. Wait, but Alice just said Japanese tap water is good. The two were exhausted after quarreling about something one blah blah blah.
青崎さん、
Whatever.
夕食を作る気力残ってる。
パス。主義に反するけど、てんやものを頼んでみよう。
What? And that had been her first time ordering from a soba noodle shop by phone. Their slovenly attitude towards household chores had only accelerated since then.
いやー、あの後は悔しくってお茶について調べまくったもんだわ。アリスに質問したり競い合ってたら いつの間にか私も紅茶党の仲間入りよ。私、姉貴の影響で中学までコーヒー党だったのに。
コーヒー。テレビ。
そこには感謝しているわ。青子が連れ出してくれなかったら、コープランドのアンティークカップに出会えなかったもの。
Okay.
気がついたら骨董品回りしてたものね、去年の私たち。
The drawing room and the sunroom. Who did they get the money from? I guess Alice is rich. Though they were not even on the same room, the two were enjoying a fun and lively conversation nonetheless. So you don't wonder why they didn't just sit together and chat in the drawing room since they got along so well. He didn't yet understand how the physical distance between them made those stories of old memories more meaningful.
アリスは外に出ない子だったんだ。
ええ、この子ったらほんと屋内派で、外に出るのは学校だけだったんだから。今日だってずっと洋館にいたんでしょ、アリス。
違うわ。外に用がないだけよ。今日はプロイの補充に忙しかっただけだし。
Okay.
それだ。プロイの補充ってことは、遊園地の時みたいなのはここで生まれてるのか?
Ever since the terrible incident, Sojiro had been sensitive whenever ploys come up. He only been worried about escaping with his life at the time, but as time passed, what were those mysterious things? He became filled with curiosity.
何？知りたい？宗十郎。
教えてくれるなら知りたいけど、いや、よく考えると聞かない方がいいような。やっぱり知りたいような。
よし、そういうことなら話してあげましょう。
Okay.
ちょっとした触りだけなら怒らないわよね、アリス。
Alko quickly crossed her legs in anticipation.
別に私とあなたの違いを話すぐらいならいいけど。
よし、決まった。って何よあんた、妙な顔して。自分から言っておいて尻尾巻くの？
いや、そうではなく。
Sojiro diverted his eyes at Alko's direct stare. Sojiro and Alko currently only spent time together after dinner. Every once in a while, however, he could catch a glimpse of some innocent gesture of hers and wouldn't know how to respond. What?
いいんだ、続けてくれ。
What?
興味は。
Huh? Crisscross applesauce.
よし、じゃあコマ撮り呼ばないと
I mean,
ね。
she does have big boobs. Everything she does is lewd, I
そ
guess.
れでは特別授業、なぜなにプロイキッシャー、始まり始まり。
Alko snapped her fingers. This is the type of visual novel you want some potato chips with. Apparently, she's trying to mimic turning on a switch to a TV. It was a veritable TV special. That's how a lecture about a certain brand of magecraft performed and directed by Alice Kwanji first aired. Unfortunately, a special production was cancelled only 30 minutes after it began. Apparently, the content had been a little too historic for Sojiro.
分かってはいたけど。
What happened? Alright.
しずきくんの覚えの悪さは3000世界に響き渡るわね。
She once said he was better off dead, but took a deep breath to avoid being hurtful.
かわいそうなアリス。さすがに今回は同情するわ。そいつにとっちゃ私の魔術もアリスの魔術も すごく便利でくくられちゃうものだなんて、他の魔術師が聞いたら失神者の屈辱よ。
Ako was exasperated. She also felt some measure of regret. She should have realized this would be the outcome.
そんなことはない。ちゃんと区別はつく。青崎は壊すだけで、アリスはいろんなものを作ってそれで壊すんだろ。アリスの方がやや生産的だ。
怖いわ青子。私どうしてか胸が苦しい。
Okay.
こういうことって本当にあるのね。まるでお気に入りのカップを割ってしまった時、通りかかったキリンにでもトロルよりマシですよと慰められた気分だわ。
どういう意味よそれ。
Ako glared at Alice sitting across from her. Alice had alluded to a fairy tale about a less than intelligent giant who lived under the bridge. Isn't that a troll?
今の宗十郎の指摘
There we go.
結構合ってると思うけど、私アリスのプロイが生活の役に立つとこ見たことないし、コマドリも双子も最後はドジって終わりじゃない。
それは結果論よ。役立とうという諸子は尊重するべきだわ。だいたいあれやそれが最後に全部台無しにするのは私の責任じゃないのだし。
Both girls were now just intent on calling the other out. It seemed neither wanted to admit their own shortcomings when it came to magecraft. Even when it came down to a silly argument about who was the worst at breaking things.
いや、でもアリスの使い魔は役に立ってるぞ。前に森で落ち葉を集めている豚を見かけた。あれはアリスの使い魔なのに、なんで青崎に言ってやらないんだ？
What?
まあ、いいことをしたのに黙っているのは美徳だって山城先生は言ってたけど。
That was her familiar. Okay, that's cool. I do like Ella's magic a little bit more than Ako's. Alice has simply sent the chatty twins out into the forest to break them in. As it were, to Soichiro, this has seemed like a good deed. Ako was visibly getting more fed up with this conversation, so Soichiro decided Alice was the victor here.
掃除をしているから生産的とか、ずいぶん小さな判断ですこと。もっとこう大きな視点で評価できないのかしらね、このお掃除マシーンは。
大きな視点。例えばお金儲けとか。
What happened? What did he say wrong? The two girls both tried to remain calm in face of such a direct question. Even a fool could think of a good idea sometimes.
呆れた。我ながらその発想はなかったわ。
Oh, okay.
盲点すぎたっていうか、基本魔術って損失しか生まないものだから。
Alice nodded affirmatively.
それで例えば？あなたから見て私の魔術はどんな金策ができると思う？
青崎ならそうだな、マグロを捕まえるのはどうだろう。
I only see Ako shoot beams. I don't know how that helps. Ako adjusted the position of her crossed legs.
なんで
She
マグロ？
wears socks. Unlike her socks are cute. She wore like pink socks. She asked this question seriously.
いや、 朝一で大変高価だと聞いた。でも捕まえるのは難しいって。あんな巨大なものが水の中では車より速く泳ぐと。
そりゃ地球が誇る大型肉食魚だからね。お寿司屋さんでも最強だし、平均時速60キロ、
That's
マ
a
ック
lot.
ススピードは時速180キロに迫ると聞くわ。
That's really
部長
fast.
曰く青崎は泳ぎがうまいって。泳いで捕まえられないか？
もう魔術関係ないわねそれ。仮にマダンで迎撃できたとしても保存できないわ。私回転を早めるのが専門で止めるのはちょっと。アリスは？
魚は苦手。
Okay. Alex quietly added that some of them were only interesting to her, so she wouldn't feel comfortable harming them. Ako shrugged her shoulders, throwing that idea to the side.
ところで喧嘩売ってる？しずきくん。
No.
すまない。実はちょっとからかってみた。
Oh, she's tightening his collar. Okay. The collar around his neck tightened for a good 5 seconds. It is a magical collar. It was as tight as a sleeper holder.
と、まあ、青崎には乱暴なことしか期待できないとして、アリスはどうなんだ？何も言わないということは、魔術でお金儲けは気に入らない？
そうね。好き嫌いはともかく、お金があるのはいいことだわ。教会の目をくぐり抜けることができるなら、青子には頑張ってほしい。
危ない目に遭うのは私だけか。アリスのプロにはなんかないの？土食べたら金に変換するようなカバとか。
That would be cool.
ほら、中世の貴族はお抱えの錬金術師で日夜金を作り出す研究をしてたって言うじゃない？
あれはただの金食い虫。
Okay.
まあ、騙した貴族たちの貯蓄を食いつぶして新しい技術を生み出したから無意味ではなかったけど、このマイセンももともとは金を作ると豪語した錬金術師が苦し紛れに生んだ時期なわけだし。
Alice ran a finger along the edge of her teacup in her hand.
はあ、錬金術師ほど当てにならないやつはいないってわけか。今じゃプラハの錬金術師は証券魔術師、エジプトの方は兵器作ってるって話だしね。
Oh, wait a minute. What?
ちょっと期待してしまったけど、
Pause.
もともと私たちは現実社会と折り合いが悪いのよ。神秘に特化しすぎているから。
Type. Wait a minute. Isn't Shion from Egypt or some shit like that? Hold on. Yeah, she's a fucking alchemist. Oh fuck. Is she talking about hold on, the ones in Egypt makes weapon now? She's talking about the Eltnum or whatever, Alacia. Right? Alacia. Where's how do I look up the Alacia family? Yeah, right there! Shion is the alchemist of Atlas, located in Egypt! Oh, fucking Nasu! Nice Easter egg. Or nice reference or whatever, motherfucker. That's cool. Alright. What kind of weapon do they make in Egypt? Or I guess Atlas. Aren't they like related in Fate Grand Order right now? Or some shit, I don't remember. Been a minute. Dude, Nasu lore is too fucking deep. Just know that the alchemist in Egypt is probably Atlas, and it's probably related to Shion. May not be directly Shion, but kind of related to Shion. Damn, I miss her so much, dude. When is Nasu gonna bring her back that's not Fate Grand Order? I guess he brought her back with Fate Grand Order, I guess. I guess Fate Grand Order counts. Damn, dude, that's her uni thing. Can I see a Fate Grand Order one? Her Fate Grand Order one's with twin tails, right? She has twin tails. Damn, she's a lesbian, dude. She likes the roast beef. Oh, I like this one. What do they call it? Tatari Shion. That's her vampire form. Damn, dude, back alley squad. Oh, fuck, Red Garden! Dude, at Red Garden, if Sasuke doesn't have roast beef and Shion with her, I'm a complain. Damn, dude. Shion and fucking Shiki. I like that one too. She was a love interest to Shiki, right? In original Melty Blood. But then she became more into her own character with roast beef and Sasuke. And they became best friends. I kind of like that direction more than just being another love interest. Damn, man. In the Fate Extra universe, Shion died? She had a twin sister. I didn't even know she had a twin sister. Her twin sister created Ronnie? Really? Okay, that's cool. What else? And then she's in Fate Grand Order. Tatari. They were gonna give her a stick. Oh, I guess, yeah, I guess that makes sense because she's Egyptian. They're gonna make her look like Ilya. They're gonna make her dark skin because she's Egyptian. Wait, Shion's wasn't Japanese. I just realized that. I knew she was Egypt, but I thought she was like Japanese but live in Egypt. Why was she in Misaki Town? Weird. Oh, Misaki Town belongs to Ako now. Where does Shiki live at now? Oh, her name's not even Shion. Her name is Sokaris. Oh, she's not a fucking Atlas? What? What the fuck? What? What the fuck? She's not with Atlas. Oh no, she's a mage. Wait a minute. Huh? She encountered Lord El Melio II? Okay, she meant Waver. Blah blah blah. Within the Word of Fate Grand Order. Alongside. That's cool. Child. What's this? What's this? Child. Braided hair. Huh? Oh, braided hair. And then she gets twin tails. I don't like Shion with twin tails, man. I like the braided hair better. Damn, dude. Who's this? Okay, so she got 3 servants. Damn, Shion's cool. She's one of my favorites. I like her a lot. Zephia! Top to father. Whoa! What? Oh yeah, that's right. That's her ancestor. I forgot the lore. That's why she's related to in Melty Blood. Yeah, Knight of Wadachi. Oh yeah, his name is Zephia. What the fuck? Dude, I gotta get into fucking I gotta get into Fate Grand Order, man. What the fuck? That's cool. Is she still a vampire? She's still a vampire, even in Fate Grand Order. Oh shit. Did she turn into a dead apostle? Damn, that's cool. Can I see all of it? Damn, I miss Shion. I don't like the twin tails, but it's cool. I wish she kept the braided hair. I get it, twin tails, so you can know it's fake Grand Order Shion. She can't have the same style of hair. She's the best character, right? She's one of the best characters in Type Moon. You can't deny that. She's awesome. Everyone loves Shion. Everyone universally loves Shion. If you're a Type Moon fan, everyone universally loves Alko. If you're a Type Moon fan, and everyone universally likes, not loves, but likes Arc. If you're a Type Moon fan, and same with Saber, because you have to respect Saber, because she's everywhere. Because that's Takeuchi's favorite. If you don't like Saber, you might as well don't like Type Moon, because you're gonna see her everywhere. So, yeah, man. Oh, and everyone universally likes Ryogi Shiki as well. Honestly, everyone universally likes all the Type Moon heroines, right? All the poster girls, at least. Shion is a poster girl of Melty Bowl. She used to be. Now I guess it's Miyako. That's Kama. Kama and Young Shion. Is that Kama or is that... That's Kama, right? That's not Parvati. I don't know what this picture is supposed to be. That's her and herself. This magical girl Shion. Shion El Melio the second. Shion in Egypt with Da Vinci. Shion somewhere in Fate Grand Order. Shion with her servant Nemo. Shion in her own manga. Shion also in her own manga. Is that Tosaka? Is that Luvia? Oh, whoa. What the fuck? That's Tosaka and Luvia. I think everyone universally likes Tosaka too. Like, you can't hate Tosaka, man. How can you hate Tosaka? Tosaka's cool. She's a cool character too. She was in Fate Strange Fake? I don't remember seeing Shion. That's just there. Just a random ass thing. What's this? This Stay Night. That's Ryder. It's Medusa. Damn, man. Hey, good stuff, Nasu. Thank you for saying this. I like that a lot. Thank you for reminding me Shion exists. That was a good memory unlock. That was a good Easter egg. I forgot about the alchemist of Egypt. Yeah, I forgot she was Egyptian. I just remember because he said alchemist in Egypt. I'm like, oh fuck, that's Shion. Oh, I guess that might be related to Shion.
ロンドンの名門になると、家訓と授業は別物と割り切っていて、金融専門の弟子を取っているわ。噂だけど、ある財閥の総帥は社員全員の血を吸って情報を共有するネットワークを作っている。
Is that the clock tower they're talking about?
吸血鬼になった理由が精神的につながった決して内部闘争しない紹介を作りたいから。
Whoa! Pause! He became a vampire! Wait. Is this him? Oh, he's talking about Naiwadeshia. He's London. Tatari. Tatari means curse. Prestigious noble family. Wait a minute. I'm trying to find the part where he's in London. Mage Association. think she's talking about Knight of Wadechia, right? Oberon, King of Ruin. Where did he start killing people? Was it in London? That sounds like a noble mage family in London abandoned their traditions. Rumors apparently the leader of a big financial group drank the blood of all their employees. Man! What? What reference is that? I'm gonna Google that. Which of the Holy Night reference? London mage family become vampire. Do Google AI know? Alright, let's see. No major London mage family literally became a vampire in a story. Huh? I don't think Google's gonna help me. That's too much of a reach. I can't think of any other vampires. Because most of the vampires fucking died by Ark. Ark killed most of them already. The problem is she killed him so fast too. Not fast. She killed him in a off story or whatever. Knight of Wadechia. Is Zephia from London? Let me look at this. How about this? He has not left Atlas. Okay, he hasn't left Atlas, but he's still a vampire. He's a dead apostle. Oh no, he's not a dead apostle. He's just a vampire. Okay. It can't be. This motherfucker's from 1400 whatever. But then again, Shion also fought him in Melty Blood. So I don't even know. The timeline's weird. I don't know. Let's not get too stuck on it. That's cool. Alright. Song's
極
pleasant.
まってるな。要はそこまで徹底しないと魔術でお金儲けは難しいってことか。
What the fuck?
アリスのプロイで遊園地をやるのはどう？
Oh, that's cool. Oh, good. Sojo will clap his hands together in excitement.
それはいい。襲われるのはもうコリゴリだけど、あの遊園地なら連日連夜大盛況だ。
私のプロイを見せ物にする気？
Yes.
でも大受けよ、絶対。ロボットって言い張ればみんな騙されるし。
却下よ青子。この話もう一度したら絶好だから。
Oh.
本気で怒らせたか。だってさ、宗十郎、遊園地は諦めましょう。 今度こそ友情を失っちゃうし。
I'll go back down after Alice's cold rejection of the idea. The small talk continued, but the girls grew more distant as they tried to avoid further conflict. Sojiro looked at the two with a perplexed expression.
ちょっといいかな。今猛烈に気になったんだが。
何？
いや、青崎もアリスも遊園地で本気で殺し合っただろ。
Yes.
それなのにまだ友達だったのか。
It was certainly a rude question to ask. It was also an obvious thing to ask. Akko and Alice looked at each other as they thought of the answer. They stared at each other for about 2 seconds. Damn, man, I forgot about Shion, dude. I'm so upset about Melted Blood. Me and Kogetsu
ギリギリあり？
Toya remake.
まあギリギリ。
I want Shion to keep owning it.
ありなんだ。
Melty Blood. But now it looks like it belongs to Lin, because it turns to a Kogetsu Toya remake. Though their friendship was surprisingly lighthearted, it also seemed to be forged from bonds harder than steel. I'll still play it, of course. Kogetsu Toya remake. But, you know, it kind of sucks that it doesn't belong to Shion anymore. The series, I mean. Their long extended tea party had just started to get going from Sojiro when Sojiro had to leave. He didn't really want to since he was enjoying himself, but he couldn't miss his part-time job.
2時間も話してたなんて珍しいわね。アリスもいつになく饒舌だったし。
I can't stop thinking about Akko boobs because of that
しずき
dude
くんがあれこれ青子に
saying
質
she
問
got
して
big honkers.
あなたがそれを私にも向けてきただけ。
Now that I look at them, they are pretty big.
私たちが一日何をしているのかなんて聞いても仕方がないのに。
いや、それがそうでもない。大変役に立ちました。
はい？
Sojiro was carrying something down the hallway, ignoring Akko's surprise. It was a large whiteboard, much like the one in the student council room. Oh, he bought that one. Why did he buy it? On the shiny new board was written: Chore list, mansion cleaning, 1F East Wing only, breakfast, dinner, cleaning the bath. Oh man.
なんかいろいろと詮索してくると思ったら、そういう裏があったわけ？
うん。歪みを正したかったら、まずどこがおかしいのか知らないといけないからね。今夜の話じゃ、2人とも1日に1時間ぐらいは使える時間があるみたいだし、3人で1つの台所を使ってるんだから、ローテンションを組んだ方がいいだろう。協力できるところは協力しないと。
Sojiro was clearly proud of his attempt at making things better around here.
待って。私はあなたを住まわせているだけで協力なんてする気はないって言ったでしょ。
うん、言ったね。でも、夕食を用意するなら私の分もお願い。
Damn.
と言いたいのなら、相互扶助は当然の義務だと思うんだ。
Got her
あ
there.
と3人で食費を集めれば、その分美味しいものが食べられるよ。
Sojiro word pierced Alice's heart. She knew she had asked him to make dinner for her on many occasions. It was a carefully planned attack designed to make her repent for her sins, and she knew it.
でもホワイトボードを用意することはないんじゃない？当番なんて今まで口約束で決めてきたんだし。
Alice nodded her agreement. There was nothing less reliable in this world than a verbal promise. Even if they didn't say so, Sojiro could tell by the look of their faces that they intended to skip out on whatever task they were assigned to do.
ダメだ。正しい生活を送るには正しい役割を把握しないと。こういう風に書いておけば後になっても忘れないだろう。
Akko recoiled at this new development. She couldn't tell if Sojiro was just being nice or if he was saying he wouldn't tolerate any slackers.
なんてこと。証明文を書かせて責任の所在を明らかにしようだなんて。
Hey. Alice was absolutely terrified at the prospect of daily chores.
決まりだな。誰がどこを担当するかはまた明日話し合おう。今の二人が大変なのは分かってるから、しばらくの間はこっちが多めに受け持つよ。
And with that, Sojiro left. The two girls left behind could only sit and stare, stunned at the shiny new whiteboard.
こういうのを飼い犬に手を噛まれるというのかしら。割と小酌な性格をしていたのね、彼。
知ってた。私、あいつがそういうやつって知ってたわ。
But now it was too late. They had already been caught in the trap. Just this morning, Akko had received a portion of the salad Sojiro prepared. She knew it would be wrong for her to veto the idea of them all helping each other out. The concept of dividing up Pacific chores made perfect sense to Akko, after all. Even so, she wanted to be able to tip the ratio of chores in her favor, at least sometimes.
青子、あなた何を考えているか丸分かりよ。
そうでしょうとも。間違いなく同じことを考えてたからね、私たち。
Akko sighed as she grabbed the whiteboard. She was going to hang up in the kitchen so that they all could see. Okay. Alice was still staring at the whiteboard blankly.
せめて新しい項目が増えなければいいけど。
She would come to regret ever saying those words. You know, Kohaku and Hisui are pretty fucking godlike to clean a mansion by themselves. That was all of chapter 8. Oh shit, dude. I finished chapter 8, but there's chapter 8.5. Oh wow. Dude, there's a lot of lore. Or extras. You wanna read it? I mean, I already paid the game. So might as well, right? Not right now. We can read it later. I think that's enough slice of life for today. Yeah, I think this game is more slice of life. It's slice of life Type Moon. I think if this is your first Type Moon game, I think it might be tough. There's a lot of cool lore. That's the thing. Like, you can't just skip through it because they just dropped the fucking what's it called? Atlas. The drop of Atlas fucking reference. The Alchemist of Egypt. That has to be related to Shion. And then they drop other cool lores too. Related to the mage associations, the clock towers, magicians, magic. There's a lot of cool lore in it. It's just it's slice of life. I think this is for Type Moon fans, not for Type Moon newcomers. Right? After you watch and read all of Fate Stay Night, Tsukihime, Melty Blood, I don't think you need Fate Extra, because technically Fate Extra is in the future. But it wouldn't hurt to get some Fate Extra knowledge. You gotta read the Clock Tower, or... This is the fucking Nasu verse. Nasu's like fucking Marvel. You don't like the newest Marvel movie? That's Spider-Man. But if you, what's the other one? The Doom one, Doctor Doom. If you didn't watch all the other Marvel movie, you were like, what the hell? What's the original Avengers? They're all dead. They got replaced by fucking Falcon. I don't remember who the fuck's in the Avengers still. Hulk, I think, still in it. I don't know. Thor's in it, I guess. Now there's female Black Panther. I don't remember what the hell happened to Black Panther. So, there's a lot. Who else is new? It's obviously still Spider-Man, right? He's still in Avengers. And now it's like, I think Deadpool is coming to the fucking Marvelverse or whatever. Cinematic Marvelverse or whatever you call it. That's what Nasu is. Isn't it? Doesn't it feel like it? Like, if you don't know one fucking lore, you didn't watch one movie of Guardian Sinners, you're like, what the fuck? What reference is that? Random ass reference. Or you're like, you didn't play fucking Melty Blood, you wouldn't caught that, I guess now it's Fate Grand Order 2 now, right? Because she owns Fate Grand Order. You didn't play fucking Melty Blood, or you don't play Fate Grand Order, and caught up like 50% of the series, you would never met Shion. If you don't even know who Shion is, you're like, what the hell? Egypt. Alright, Alchemist Egypt. Whatever. You're like, what? Huh? Or that's probably not directed towards Shion. That's more directly to Atlas, right? The whatever. But yeah, it's cool. It's a cool slice of life. I am enjoying it. It's just, it's pretty a lot though. I will say that. It's like you can take it bits and pieces at a time. Alright, yeah, we'll play more next time. That's GG's for now.